Hello and welcome to another Ridiculously Ben tutorial. I'll be going over how to enable your 5 gigahertz wireless connection with your router to get you the best internet speed possible. Now, this internet speed doesn't make your internet speed faster, but it does make it so you're more true to what you're paying for, which in turn can be a bit faster compared to 2.4 gigahertz. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your computer can use 5 gigahertz for its band. And what you would do first is go to your network here. I'm plugged in, so it shows this little computer, but if you're wireless, it'll show this Wi-Fi here. And so if Wi-Fi actually shows up, that means that you do have a Wi-Fi connection, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have 5 gigahertz enabled on your computer or with the device that you have. So the easiest way to check is check the manufacturer website, or if you could check the device's website to see if it's 5 gigahertz capable. If the manufacturer website's not giving you enough information, what you can do is you could test it out. So once you enable your 5 gigahertz on your router, it should show up in that list of connections here. If it does not, there's another way to find out. You could just go to run. So you right click on start, go to run, type in CMD, and then you could go ahead and type in this command. So net sh wlan show drivers. Now it'll show up all this crazy information here, and then what you're looking for is radio type supported. So you should be able to scroll up. The radio type support is right here. So if it says 802.11 AC, that means that it supports both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. And as you can see, that's over here. So that's the main thing you want to be looking for, is the 802.11 AC. And then you can just type in exit. So setting up your router to be able to use 5 gigahertz can be a little bit of a task. So first of all, you load up a browser, and you need to find out your router's IP address. Most routers for most companies would have their own router address. For example, AT&T router IP. Oops. Router IP. It'll tell you the address here. Now, when you're first doing this, if you've never touched your router before, you're going to need to type in a password, and I could show you where that would be right now. To find your admin password and username to access your router, you would need to find it on the side of the router, and it'll look like a bunch of barcodes and everything here. So by factory default, your serial number would be your username and your Wi-Fi password would be the password. And then device access code, that allows you to enter the settings for your router. So right now we're logging in to the router. It's gonna load up all this confusing stuff here, but we'll go ahead and walk you through that. First of all, it's just basic statuses. Your Wi-Fi here, it'll say your 2.4 gigahertz connection, a guest connection, and then your 5 gigahertz radio status, which is generally defaulted to off or disabled. Why internet companies do this, I don't know. So anyways, starting off, I mean, this is for the AT&T router, but most routers are essentially the same. As long as you could find a Wi-Fi settings and click that, it'll get you to where you need to be to enable your 5 gigahertz connection. Now, for the purpose of this video, I have blurred out quite a bit to censor my personal information for security. You could leave guest network alone. User network is your main network, and you're going to want to go to advanced options. So right now you're not seeing anything for 5 gigahertz radio channel. So you want to go to advanced options, and you're going to find the 5 gigahertz radio configuration. So Wi-Fi interface, you're going to want to enable it, and that allows it to be showing up on your Wi-Fi channels. And then user network, you're going to want to enable that, and you're going to want to name it. I wouldn't name it the same as the 2.4 gigahertz, but I would name it something like with 5G in it, just so you could distinguish between the two. Everything else you could leave enabled or default. You may want to set a specific password to your liking, something that you'll remember, something easy to use. And in advanced settings, you want to make sure that this is going to be to 802.11 NAC 5 gigahertz. So once enabled, hit save. So you're all set. You could go ahead and check this now. Go to home. Sometimes this could take about 2 minutes. Stated here, 20 to 120 seconds, but generally sooner. So now you have your 2.4 gigahertz radio status and your 5 gigahertz status, and everything is on here. So now you could leave that router setting. So next you want to go ahead and check if your network connection showed up. Click on the network and it should show up right here. And then you just go ahead and click on that, enter your password, and connect. I really hope this video helped you out. If you liked this video, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to stay tuned for other useful and helpful tutorials.